Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Star Wars Battlefront 2 Part 6. So this time we're stationed in the Emperor's favorite ball, his favorite toy ball that he loves to play with, the Death Star. It's his most prized possession ever. A simple little ball in space that can destroy more balls in space. It's his favorite toy in the entire world, and we have to patrol it now. We're stationed at it now, where a bunch of rebels just spontaneously broke out from a prison cell. Apparently we had rebels in this prison. They spontaneously broke out of the prison, and now they're causing a huge major prison riot. So it's a prison riot Star Wars edition. You could probably throw all kinds of things at this riot and they'll get destroyed. I have to think my DVD copy of X2 is in a prison riot, considering how destroyed the case of it looks like. It's even 2 discs too. The discs are in good condition, but the case looks like it went through a prison riot. Possibly this one. I don't know, maybe my copy of X2 went to the Death Star at one point. Well, I could prove it was actually on the Death Star, then it'd be worth a lot more money. Obama wanted to build one of these in space for real once, but I don't even think it's possible to build a real Death Star like this in real life. I don't think there's enough resources on the planet to build a real working Death Star. It could actually destroy real planets and real things. But I'm sure it would benefit Donald Trump in a lot of ways. He'd love to have something like this. So that way he could probably destroy Mexico and destroy any other country in the world he doesn't like, right? That gives him the cold shoulder in some subtlest form or another. So we're just have to defend this shuttle thing there. The rebels want to destroy for some reason. And for some reason, these escapee rebels want to destroy this shuttle we have randomly parked out there. And their greatest goal is to destroy it for some odd reason. And we have to defend it, playing defense again, like what we do in that TIE Fighter game all the time, but out in the cold vacuum of space, where we have to defend our ships and our frigates from rebel attacks like we do in that TIE Fighter game. I wish I could do a Let's Play of that game. I never beat that game before. I only do Let's Plays of games that I've beat. So we're seeing these rebels and their designs look more like how they were when we were first introduced to the rebels back on that ship in the very first ever Star Wars movie from 1977. So we're getting closer to that era in history of the era of the original Star Wars movie. We're getting further and further away from the prequels, and we're closer to where the classic original trilogy of Star Wars is. The classic trilogy everyone knows and loves. The one thing that should have never been tampered with. Maybe these rebels know where the original theatrical versions are. Maybe they're going on this huge war so they can preserve them. The original theatrical versions are that good. It's worth going to war with people just so they could preserve them, and they want to upload them to archive.org. I upload a lot of my stuff to archive.org, and the original theatrical versions of Star Wars and a lot of other movies can often be found on archive.org. Now, it's not like an advertisement for archive.org. I don't care. Archive.org deserves advertising. Archive.org is one of the few things mankind got right. It's a great way to preserve video content and written content, things. Sometimes watching old content, I put my computer on my bed and watch old content from archive.org. A lot of the time too, because it's like old stuff from the 90s or 80s, 90s, 2000s, so it's taped off TV. And it always creates the illusion that my computer's a TV, and I have a TV sitting next to me, a portable TV on my bed, and I'm watching TV while it's watching TV. And a computer very well is like a TV, considering the fact a lot of people don't even have TVs anymore, and future generations of people probably have no idea what a TV set even is. So apparently we have to capture these controls. They're probably the main reactor controls, where reactors could easily malfunction, and they could send a squad, or you could have to call on that thing and ask for a squad to be sent over here to take a look at something if something ever malfunctions. These floors are really shiny. If it was any shinier, you could see a reflection. I was really impressed out in the Lego Star Wars games because their floors are so shiny, you can see your own reflection. These games, they don't seem to have reflections. Probably for all the war we've been doing, we've been killing so many people and shooting the floor so many times that the floor isn't really that shiny anymore. Or maybe they just weren't that detailed when they made this game. Was Lego Star Wars 2 a more detailed game than Star Wars Battlefront 2? I don't know. We have this control thing. Well, it's now not under anyone's control now, but it will be under ours soon enough. Because I assume we're the only ones to actually taking command posts, actually seriously want to win. The Empire should be giving us medals of honor, but no, the Empire never really honors anyone. And so now they have captured like some weapons thing. I think they have some weapons thing captured now, where we have to go and on another suicide mission where we'll be killing we have to send a bunch of stormtroopers to a certain death, and then they're going to be the ones that will later eventually avenge that one part of the Death Star, rescue that one part of the Death Star. I think it's the part where the laser goes where it destroys, where it's used to destroy planets. So maybe that's why we want it. But I mean, that's why the rebels are trying to destroy or trying to sabotage it so they won't be able to destroy planets anymore. They're kind of the good guys. Well, of course they're. Well, I mean, we're the good guys because, we work for the Emperor, and the Emperor, whatever the Emperor says is, how everything should be. Whatever the Emperor says is, what is good. If the Emperor likes something, we should like him too. Kind of like Superman. Superman likes something, we should like it too. Because Superman clearly made Superman 64, and Superman 64 is often regarded as one of the greatest games ever made, right? And Ray Phoenix thinks this is one of the greatest games ever made, and you don't even get to choose which side you want to play on. There's only one correct side. It's the Empire, obviously. They're the real good guys of Star Wars. They're the real heroes that want to maintain order in the galaxy from those teenage rebels, those teenage ruffian rebels that want to cause chaos by going against our Death Star. They want to blow up our Death Star. These rebels are very well spaced. They might as well just be considered to be space terrorists then. These evil space terrorists that want to take over the galaxy and probably want to rule for themselves eventually. They work with other alien species. The Empire doesn't like working with other alien species, but the rebels definitely love working with various alien species, and they're probably going to commit acts of genocide against them in the future, kind of like what we did to the Jedi some many odd years ago. The rebels are probably going to do stuff like that eventually, and they're going to make and then they're eventually Disney's going to make a whole trilogy about it. They're the kinds of people that want to be bought out by Disney so they could give them more, so they bought out by Disney. Empire never want to be bought out by Disney. So the Stormtroopers really want to fight for Emperor Palpatine. I mean, they really do. They're loyal to Emperor Palpatine. They're not loyal to Mickey Mouse or anyone like that. There's a rebel marksman there that's hiding around one of these walls that's just gonna try to snipe us down. So there's a reactor, and got some sort of reactor core thing where generate the power for the super laser. And of course there's gonna be, rebels hiding here, rebels that we could easily kill off. And this weapon too, this main Stormtrooper rifle actually does work pretty good when you're at close distances. So that way that whole problem with the beams going like it goes swerves left and right like frickin' Rambo, it actually is not much of an issue if you get close to enemies. But if you get close to an enemy, you're probably going to get killed because the rebels have much better weapons than us. The rebels probably get their weapons from a much better source. They probably come from Germany or somewhere like that where their weapons never malfunction. Like in that movie Help, when that guy said if this was German made, it wouldn't have failed like that, but it was American made. I don't know, maybe the Empire gets their weapons from America or something like that, and the rebels get their weapons from Germany. Maybe that's why the rebels have so much better weapons than us. Okay, so it looks like some rebels are trying to escape, so you have to, thwart their whole escape or whole attempted escape thing. I think we have our checkpoint there, or what is it called, a command post there. I think this is the part we're supposed to destroy that shuttle. Yeah, apparently I managed to park another shuttle. It's really confusing to navigate these corridors. The maps are not really well detailed. This game sucks at making detailed maps, and again, a lot of games in this era seem to have really poorly detailed maps. I remember the Spider-Man 2 video game on the PS2 had that same problem. I would spend an hour and a half playing for that game, web swinging around New York City, trying to find that one specific measly target. Well, simply because it's not properly marked in the map. The maps completely suck. And they didn't have Google Maps back in those. I don't think Google Maps existed yet. I don't think Google Maps in Star Wars existed either. It's like earlier today, I was watching X-Men First Class, and I'm like, oh, there's a security checkpoint here. It wasn't on our maps. Yeah, of course they wouldn't know about something like that. That wouldn't be on a map at all. Even if they did have most up-to-date maps there, it wouldn't be on there. They'd only know about that. They had Google Maps, and that movie set in 1962, so I don't think they had Google Maps yet then. I don't know if they have anything like that in Star Wars. They probably do have something like Google Maps in Star Wars, or will have something like that in some future Disney special, maybe. They might have something like that. I think we just destroyed... No, we didn't destroy it yet. We mostly destroyed their landing craft. I don't think we need to use a heavy... Oh, okay, we'll still use a heavy trooper, but I don't think we really need to even use a heavy trooper much. We probably could just destroy the rest of it by using our thermal detonators. In what way is that? And I don't know, because I have no idea where you're going. This map really sucks. Then again, a lot of maps in real life suck, especially Google Maps Go. Google Maps Go is cringe. It's like the poverty level version of Google Maps. It typically runs on like those poverty level smartphones you can buy at corner stores or things like that for like $29. You can buy your own smartphone. Oh, there's a Jedi here apparently. Apparently some odd Jedi that's a rebel leader and survived Order 66 and has big plans for rebellion is in the hangar right now. So we have to go and kill him. And I guess he's pretty much the boss of this level. I just noticed that pretty much every level in this, since the Galactic Civil War begun, since the Clone Wars ended, pretty much every level in this game has had at least one kind of boss or some kind of boss, and I guess right now it's a Jedi Padawan. He was a Padawan, so that means he doesn't have well experience. He doesn't have a lot of experience of being anything. And he has 2 green lightsabers, so they're all like, so the Empire's gonna fully trust one measly little stormtrooper to kill. I'm pretty sure this is a conference room where guys later are gonna talk about how the Empire or this is the greatest weapon in the known universe, and he's gonna get choked by Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin. We're gonna find that Grand Moff Tarkin pretty much holds Darth Vader's leash, and he's the one that says, like, enough of this villain, Vader. A lot of non-Star Wars fans think Darth Vader's the main villain of Star Wars, but he's technically not. Even in Star Wars Episode 4, the original Star Wars movie, he technically wasn't the main villain. His Grand Moff Tarkin was arguably the main villain of that movie, and we all know what happened to him. So I think we just saved the Death Star from getting blown up. We won another victory, so of course the Emperor is just gonna be, man, he's just gonna shrug it off. Like how he shrugs off everything. Every time he wins, he always shrugs it off. And when he loses, he makes a lot of phone calls saying, what do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Who's they? And what's an aluminum falcon? And so now that we've won, or that we've won this, apparently some of our troops got sent to other parts of the galaxy to do more patrols on various parts. And apparently there was even a trash compactor segment you could go into, which is kind of redundant in this mode because we never told to go into there. But I think in the instant action battles, or you could go there. I don't think you even go to the Death Star in Conquest mode, which kind of sucks. They didn't make the Death Star a planet. Imagine if the Rebels, instead of destroying the Death Star, just took over the Death Star and made it theirs so they could do stuff. That'd be pretty cool. That actually would have been a pretty cool game mechanic if they did that. But nah, I don't think they were that advanced yet. Maybe maybe a future game might do something like that. There ever will be a future game. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.